Welcome, everybody. Session 24, An Apology for Idlers, Analysis 1. The present session is an analysis of the personal essay, An Apology for Idlers by R.L. Stevenson. It's a thought provoking essay. It is full of humor, wit, and irony. Context of this essay. The essay was first published in the year 1877, a brilliant example of the personal essay. Essay begins with the conversation between Boswell and Johnson as quoted. It occurred on the 26th October 1769 at the famous Mitre Tavern. There is sly humor in Stevenson's appealing to him as authority. Purpose of this essay is to argue that idleness can be beneficial and educative as well as source of happiness. To prove this, author uses a large number of examples and allusions. Meaning of apology in the sense as Stevenson perceived it. He explains apology in the ancient Greek sense, apologia, meaning a defense of one's self and one's beliefs. Idleness does not mean doing nothing, but not being recognized in the dogmatic formularies of the ruling class. It is an industry by itself. He makes a strong claim that being idle can allow one to experience more and thus learn more. Stevenson talks about two types of education in this essay. One is school education and another is street education. School education and street education, in other words, classroom versus outdoor learning. In the school education, lad is educating himself and suffering others to educate him. Stevenson first targets school, saying that books are all well and good in their place, but they are a mighty bloodless substitute for life. The streets give just as good an education as Dickens and Balzac discovered, as you can learn to see things from a new perspective. If a man reads very hard, as the old anecdote goes, he will have little time for thoughts. In the school education, learning is made cumbersome. All knowledge is at the bottom of the well or the far end of the telescope. A fact is not called a fact, but a piece of gossip, if it does not fall into one of scholastic categories. He then introduces worldly wise man who questions a young rascal who wants to learn from life. While Wiseman advocates knowledge and earned in the traditional sense, Stevenson says you can acquire such knowledge if you simply experience life. In fact, an idler is better off because he has had time to take care of his health and his spirits. He has been a great deal in the open air, which is the most salutary of all things for both body and mind, and he has yet gained an even more precious advantage, that is, wisdom. In the street education, chief school is life. As understood by Sainte-Beuve, all experience is a single great book, whether it is differential calculus or hearing the band play in the gardens. An intelligent person is one who looks out of his eyes, hearkening in his ears with a smile, will get more true education than many others. Example, the great English novelist and his greater contemporary Balzac show in their works that their chief school was life. Education on streets, according to the writer, is the true education. This essay is a fine example of Stevenson's scheme of values opposed to modern ideas such as working hard, reading books, education in schools and colleges. He says that education of the streets is even better than education in the classrooms. Stevenson does not believe that books are indispensable. He argues that books can never be substitute for life. Most of the great men, including Charles Dickens, Shakespeare, and Balzac, learned lessons from the streets. They enjoyed nature, the flow of the rivers, the waves of the sea, the blue sky, the meadows and hills and valleys. Give man more wisdom than what he gets in the classrooms. Thank you.